Now that we're back in school, a few changes have happened that some people may be confused about or not know about. When it comes to events in the school, new people or areas, Wildcat News has got you covered. Welcome to Wildcat News. I'm Jarrett Mulquin. September and October is a time of the year where the community comes together for the start of the school year. This year, students will follow this tradition once again.
A high school tradition that all American students participate in to kick off a new school year, but this homecoming has been anticipated for a long time. After the many events following COVID, Warwick is back at it again with the annual homecoming parade, with students having such positive things about the upcoming event.
Homecoming is a really special event that I have cherished and loved since I started doing it my freshman year. It's a really great time and I've made so many friends being in it and being a part of it. I am one of the head chair people for the homecoming, so I love helping design and create and getting to be a part of this really amazing Warwick tradition that we hold every year.
Homecoming is a really great time where basically we get no sleep because we're here 6 to 9 p.m. every day, but it's a really great time to find new artists in our high school, and we really work together as a team. We all have to compromise on a lot of different things. It's a really great team building week, and it's a really good use of our time. We really love it.
I feel like it's one of the most fun parts of the entire year. All of the events that come with it, helping build the floats, and then the football game, the powder puff, the bonfire, the dance, all of it is just so much to look forward to, and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot.
You know, it's just a time for like the entire school to just like come together, and it's a lot of fun. It's also a really nice, friendly competition, and I really like competitions. So yeah, and Spear Week, amazing. We love it. Just dressing up every day. That's homecoming.
This year, the theme of the floats are seasons, with freshmen having spring, sophomores having winter, juniors with summer, and lastly, seniors with fall. With a bit of friendly competition, students come together to help raise money for the Heroes Association for Women's Veterans. Faculty and community members have also been waiting for this exciting event since 2019.
On a personal level, homecoming means so much to me. I'm a former Warwick graduate who participated in homecoming, and some of my best high school memories were spent here.
From freshmen who are having their first homecoming to seniors that are completing their last one, these students have worked tirelessly to create beautiful floats that'll be judged on during the homecoming parade this upcoming Saturday. From WVTV, this is ERIN Delamota.
Float building is an annual tradition for homecoming with rivalry between grades for the best looking float, but also for a good cause by raising money for organizations. Now, whether at home or in school, everyone needs a proper place to study. In Warwick Valley High School, we make sure to put our attention to the needs of our students, including their studies.
In Warwick Valley High School, the quality of teaching and learning is of high priority of the school. And it shouldn't be limited to just the classrooms, it should extend to their library as well. Our media center is a great place for both studying and relaxing, with plenty of space and seating for people there to work, or for ones who want to read one of the many books available in the library. Now, we've had our media center for a few years, but due to recent events, last year it was closed off to all students. Till just a little while recently, it could only be used for testing purposes, and the center was mostly unused until earlier this year. With the reopening of the library available, teachers, including new ones this year like Billy Gallo, we want to improve the center to be better for everyone.
I'm the new librarian here at the Media Center at Warwick Valley High School. I worked with Mrs. Turner in the 2019 school year. I was a library aide, so I do recognize some faces, students and teachers here in the library, and perhaps some of you recognize me as well. The library was closed during the last school year due to COVID, and so I'm so happy to have it reopened again. We have 13,000 books here for students and teachers to borrow. We have rooms for reservation for classes. We are encouraging classes to come down to the library, either for book borrowing or for their own classes. Lots going on down here. And in the future, I'm looking forward to establishing a library volunteer program so that students can come and volunteer here with the book collection. And so there'll be more to come on that. Also, I have established a library Google Classroom. So if you haven't become a member of that, come down to the library, get the code, and join.
With the surge of inspired students and teachers this year, it's clear the Media Center is lively and will become even better in the future. I, for one, am excited to see how it's improved as the years go on. This has been Jarrett Mulqueen, and you're watching WVTV, signing off.
The Media Center is a great place to study or relax with a book, and is open to everyone during lunch or with a study hall. If you need a proper place to work during the school day, come on down. As summer vacations comes to an end, and as students go back to school, school starts to open up again with students seeing new faces they've never seen before.
Despite the pandemic, a new year of high school begins. However, there are new faces this year as well. In high school, we all had to take English, but for some people, they chose to be with English their whole life.
So as a child, I was a very avid reader. I loved fiction, loved nonfiction, just reading. The knowledge you can gain from that. And in high school, I had the same teacher for 3 years, and it was in that course of time that I really began to develop an appreciation of the power of the written word.
Some people love to teach English, but for others, they just love to be here in Warwick Valley High School.
So my interpretation before coming to Warwick is a little different than most probably, because I came here when I was in 4th grade. So I went to school here. But I always looked at Warwick as a really great school, a great community, somewhere where people really got along well, great football team, they care about the athletics, they care about the students, and yeah.
So while coming back to high school, while some things have stayed the same, this teacher has noticed some big differences.
So the students now, compared to when I was in high school, I would say there's not much of a difference, but the big difference is we didn't have cell phones when I was in high school, so the lines of communication were different. We actually had to get each other's house number and write it down or remember it. We also had to, when we were at lunch, we had to talk to each other. We didn't have the phone to go to, so definitely the lines of communication were, I would say, more open when I was in high school compared to now, where it is easier to get in touch with someone if you need to, and you have a computer at your hands. So that's probably the big difference.
Here is a new list of the teachers this year. So even with the issue of the pandemic, students and teachers are still excited to be here at Warwick Valley High School. For WVTV, I'm Edward Mulvey.
Now that you have seen and meet these new faces, we hope the school feels the same as it always has been the past few years. Being back in school has been thrilling, especially for us seniors. When we come back, we'll continue seeing the school and its stories.
When you have a craving for fresh, delicious food made to order quickly, look no further than Greenwood Lake Bagels and Bakery for eat-in, takeout, or delivery 7 days a week. Our bakery offers fresh, store-made muffins, cookies, cupcakes, pies, custom cakes, and so much more. For many years now, Greenwood Lake Bagels and Bakery is the go-to place for bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch specials, baked goods, and dessert. Family owned and operated, Greenwood Lake Bagels and Bakery is proud to be a member of the Laker community. We are open 7 days a week to serve this community breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dessert. Enjoy our food here in the store, outside at our tables, or delivered to your home, office, or boat. Treat yourself, your family, and friends to breakfast, lunch, or dessert from Greenwood Lake Bagels and Bakery at 93 Windermere Ave in Greenwood Lake. or call us at 845-595-1688 or visit us on the web at gwlbagels.com.
With the beginning of the school year here, students are ready to get back to the classroom, but in the art department, people are creating new and exciting ideas.
In school, we are taught math, ELA, social studies, and science. But what are we learning in the art department? In 3D media art, students are learning how to make three-dimensional pop-ups out of paper. This project is led by KRISTEN SPANO. But how do you create one of these pop-ups?
So how do you take a pop-up from something two-dimensional and create something three-dimensional? Well, the answer to that is pretty simple. You take a piece of paper, you fold it in half, you crease the spine, you take your scissors, and you create two cuts in the paper. 1, 2. You open the paper up, you push out that cut that you just created, you pinch it, and then you fold the card or the paper back in half. And you create a pop-up called the stack fold. As simple as that.
Now that we know how to make the structure of the pop-ups, what did it take to make these plain pieces of paper and create three-dimensional masterpieces?
Some challenges I faced while making the pop-up was figuring out the structure of the design and being able to make it stand up properly.
It's hard to make three-dimensional pop-ups, but it's satisfying to create an original piece, especially when it's a unique art form.
So I'd say my favorite part of the pop-up project is basically learning the mechanics of using paper and making really cool buildings and other really cool structures that normally you wouldn't make. And I found it sort of complicated, but during the time, like keep on continuing, it actually gets really fun. So I actually think this is my favorite project so far in this class.
It looks like everyone is challenging themselves in 3D media art learning how to create. I'm Devin Kick, reporting.
The students in 3D media art are excited to be creating new projects for everyone to see for themselves. Being online for a year was not easy for many students, but luckily those students got a chance for a semi-normal school year.
From empty classrooms and Chromebooks to being back in school full-time. How did the students feel about the transition from being online for a year to being back in school? And which did they prefer?
Honestly, it's kind of weird because I still feel like I'm a sophomore. That's the last time I was in school, and then when we went online, it felt weird because the teacher's not in front of you. But when we went back, it just am I a senior or am I not? Because it's crazy. You went from senior, sophomore to senior, and I feel like I just jumped.
I feel good being back in person learning because I get to see people and do chair in person.
They both had their benefits. Online, I feel like my grades increased and I could learn from the comfort of my home. As to school, it's a better learning environment and you get to interact with your friends, your teachers. They both have their benefits, but I believe that it's better for me to be here in school.
How did the teachers feel the school did with adapting to the new normal, and how do they feel about being back in school?
I gotta say that this year is so much better than last year. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be back full time. I'm happy that the students are back full time. Last year brought on its challenges as students being remote and being in person sometimes and being at home other days. I think everybody being back in person now is better. I think it's better for everyone's social aspect, for academics. I think everybody's just happier to be able to see everybody face to face in school.
I personally am so happy that students are back on campus. It was such a slow year without full-time students, and it is awesome to be all the way back in school every day, in-person learning. Go Wildcats.
There are a lot of things that are different about this school year, and so far it's off to a great start. For WVTV, this is Ariana Cruz.
Hopefully the school year will continue heading in a good direction and students will be able to do some school activities they couldn't do last year. There are many coming of age moments, but there is a special moment for high schoolers that lies between the milestones of 13 and 18, as your 16th birthday comes with an added perk.
A license is something that a lot of us look forward to, and it's a great feeling once you get to cruise the open roads. One of the privileges of driving alone here at Warwick is getting to park in our own student parking lot. But is every student's parking lot experience the same?
Well, I like being able to just kind of show up to school, like if I have early leave or late arrival, that makes things a lot easier, you know? And it's also cool, like not having to like wait for a ride or wait for the bus, all that stuff. I can kind of just like stay after if I need to. It just makes my life easier.
Really like driving to school because I don't have to take the bus with the middle schoolers and stuff, and I get to go to school with my friends and like listen to music. But my parking spot's mad far away, and I have to get to school like 20 minutes early, so that pretty sucks.
I don't really like the fact that it's not as organized as it could be, and I feel like kids just need to have a little more manners in the parking lot and, you know, a little more compassion because we're all trying to get out of here at the end of the day, so.
When you're trying to leave, the merging is like so bad, and I feel like it makes people drive more unsafe, especially the people at the back of the parking lot, because I have a spot further back. So I try and like merge in, and people are just like really dangerous when it comes to that, because like they're just bad at merging overall, and since there's only one way out, I feel like it makes it that much worse.
What can students do? I don't know, let me in. Let me drive. Can I drive?
Become more cautious drivers and let Regina in the line.
Maybe follow the rules of the road. It's just a lot of not really understanding how traffic works, and then trying to be overconfident about it.
Everyone's parking lot experience is a bit different depending on how far your car is, how fast you can get to it, and how far your house is from the school. But I think we can all agree that our system can improve, and it's up to us as students to be courteous drivers to each other and make the parking lot a better experience for us all.
It's important to remember, too, that the parking lot is also used by parents to come pick up their kids, which can just add to the chaos that happens the moment that dismissal bell rings. When it comes to knowing the ins and outs of Warwick Valley High School, look no further than Wildcat News. This has been Jarrett Mulqueen, and I'll see you all next time. Yeah, that's going.
When looking to purchase a home, it's not just the building or the property that always matters. You need good connections with neighbors, lovely views, a great selection of businesses, and a welcoming community. This is Kim Corkum, and she's been working with customers to help make their dream come true, whether it's buying, selling, or renting.
Hi, I've known Kim Corkum for over 10 years. She's one of the best real estate agents in Orange County. She just recently sold my house in Warwick and is working with us to find us a rental until we can figure out what we want to do in the future.
Kim grew up here and continues to be an active member of the community. She wants others to be able to experience Warwick and enjoy all it has to offer as well.
Hi, I'm Kim Corkum from Keller Williams Realty. I've been a realtor since 1998, born and raised here in Warwick, and I absolutely love Warwick. From the Warwick Farmers Market to our St. Anthony's Hospital to our Warwick schools, this location, this area is amazing. It is welcoming to all, and I'm extremely happy and excited to show you our lovely Warwick Valley.
Whether it's getting in touch with nature, enjoying outdoor activities, or the bustling shops and restaurants, Warwick has something for everyone. Kim Corkum will help you find the perfect place to call home with expert guidance at every step. So if Warwick has piqued your interest, then don't delay. Go to kw.com and find your new home today.